Hello Capricorn, I hope you're doing well. This is Anna, and this is your message for the month of April. Oh my goodness. These cards are so heavy sometimes with that archetype. Holy moly, what's happening? Capricorn, what you doing? Oh my goodness. Whoa, look at that. Did you see that? Is there two cards there? What the heck? Oh my goodness. Well, okay. Capricorn. What is going on? Whew. All right, let's see what the heck. Yikes. Huh. I mean, you have so many opportunities open up to you. You have to, first of all, okay. There's some sadness, some kind of betrayal. Something's happened here in your life. You've maybe abandoned your spiritual life a little bit in focusing on it's almost like three separate messages here, and focusing on the material aspects of life, making money, focusing on your career to be successful in certain area of your life, and not really taking time to develop. I mean, you can work really hard on other things in your life and not really, there may be a dissatisfaction there in your life because you've maybe not focused or aren't focusing on your spiritual kind of journey or processing, where you feel more grounded and empowered from a spiritual sense versus physical rewards like money or a raise or a promotion at work, the new car, the house, the jewelry, the purses. I feel like there's focus on that versus on self-reflection and self-empowerment, self-improvement, so, all that. But I see that transforming. You may be going through a baby, maybe, I said baby, I don't know what that's about. You may be going through some kind of a dark night of the soul, maybe. Because there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of things happening. You still have, so many opportunities open to you. And I feel that that's kind of drawing you in. The devil's on the table here. So it's kind of like, it's very tempting to get distracted by the rewards of the physical realm, right? I see a transformation coming in for you. But that will require effort on your part. You can wish and you can dream and you can hope, but you at some point have to, there's things that are maybe trapping you. Entrapment. I'm feeling stuckness in some area. And that's very limiting. You're maybe just focused. I see you just focusing on one thing. The 7 of Cups here is 7 options. There's 7 cups. They all have a different option, a different opportunity for you. But what is your purpose? What is the one that's going to elevate you to the next level? as a more well-rounded person, not just for material gain, not just for, yeah. I see a focus on money, and I know, I mean, but okay, you're compromising something about yourself by seeking that kind of. There's something about yourself. I'll say it again. There's something about yourself, your true self, that you are compromising by following. Excuse me. I need water. There's something about yourself that you're compromising. And that's something for you to figure out. I don't know what that is for yourself, but I feel a lot of materialism on the table here. That's what this card is talking to me about. And you're not necessarily happy about it. You're not necessarily excited about it, but it's like you're feeling like compelled to do these things, to seek out these opportunities that are just about more money, more attention, more something that's all on a very superficial, worldly kind of. It's worldly. I don't know how else to say it. It's worldly stuff. It's not higher self stuff. And sometimes that's okay, but I feel like there's a dissatisfaction with you, even with, like, it's almost like you could be making $1 million a month, and it's not necessarily satisfying for you, even though you keep seeking that. You keep seeking those opportunities, or maybe they're coming to you, but maybe you have to be discerning with what it is you accept, because it's compromising maybe your integrity, compromising your self-confidence, compromising a foundation that maybe you've already established, and it's kind of crumbling that a little bit because it's focusing on those opportunities that you're taking are focusing on other things that are taking you away from maybe a journey that you had begun at one point. There's something about your integrity that you got to be careful of, that you may be compromising. That's strong. That's a strong message. There's goodness. All right, you go up there, and I see you being able to conquer that, but that's going to require some big decisions on your part. That's going to require you coming to terms with what it is that you really want for yourself. What are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to change or shift? What opportunities are you willing to pass on? And that requires boundaries. Okay. Tell me who this is, what this is about. This may be all associated here, the same thing. A partner. There was a partner. Something happened. There's resentment there. There's heartbreak or some kind of separation or emotional separation. So I sense a betrayal. There's resentment there. But you know what? It keeps coming through as a group of people. So there's resentment. There's some type of betrayal with a group of people. I don't know how that applies to you. People that were supposed to be partners, maybe friendships, a community that you belong to has created a situation where there's resentment. There's a rivalry between people that were supposed to be a team that work together, and it's causing you to want to go in a different direction. I don't know what that's about, but I see separation here. I see sadness associated with it, because there was once some kind of unit working together as a unit, partnerships, part of a community, and now there's some betrayal that happened, and there's trauma associated with it. Maybe, you know, anger or frustration. Definitely an emotional kind of discomfort. Oh, there's some hypocrisy here, and I feel it's associated with this here a little bit. I don't know, I'm gonna be able to tie it together for you. This is becoming a bigger reading than I expected, but I'm seeing all these options. You know, you have to use your free will. I feel like you are under influence of someone, or maybe several someones, and you're reaching, maybe if there's a discomfort or anger on your part, because maybe you've noticed certain things. This could be, I don't know. It feels like a group of people, not just one person. It could be just one person though, but a person that could have been, that was your partner in something, and there's been a betrayal. And that's heartache, and that's resentment. But you have the freedom to walk away from that type of a situation. You may need time to heal a wound, right? That's created by a situation where you felt betrayed in some way. But ultimately, you have the free will to walk away from it. And I feel that you're pretty adaptable. I think you're flexible enough to be able to do that. Yeah, and you will break free from that. It will leave an insecurity. I feel like you've had this happen before, and it's adding to maybe a guardedness on your part. Excuse me. But you will break free from this situation. You maybe have already broken free from it. I don't know if this is helping. I always say that, don't I? Because I get to a point where I'm like, I can't go any further without like answering specific questions from someone at this point. It's become... So hopefully this is giving you some kind of idea of what it is you need to work on. Maybe you resonate with, yes, there was some kind of betrayal in my life. But you're going to have to, you have the free will to move away from it, to move away from the situation, to move away from the pain. Maybe it's associated here with people that have been an influence in your life, and you will kind of, maybe you're being hard on yourself because you didn't see it coming, or you allowed yourself to be put in a situation. Whatever it is, you will definitely rise from this. Here's the transformation. You will rise from this. Use these opportunities to learn so that you don't repeat those mistakes again. That's what it's for. Yeah, you're going to be surpassing this perhaps dark night of the soul, or just, shit happens. It could be either or. It feels pretty big. It's like big, heavy energies here. But this is the Six of Swords. You're going from rough waters to smoother waters here. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You were in the tunnel, perhaps, and you're heading closer. Well, I mean, but there's, you can't just sit around and wait. There's the free will keeps jumping out at me. This is a deliberate action on your part to move yourself away from situations that cause you to feel this way. You breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. You may be relocating or traveling or getting a different job or finding new friends. Maybe you move somewhere. You're moving away from this only if you allow yourself to, and if you take the action steps to. All right, man. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. Okay? I'll see you next month. Stay blessed. Thank you.